The waters that make up the Galveston Bay system are many things to many people. They have been a source of economic growth, a source of nearly endless recreation, and a source of natural beauty. From High Island to Christmas Bay, from Galveston Island to the Port of Houston, as long as people have lived along its shores on the Texas Gulf Coast, Galveston Bay has been a collection of what's best about life on the water.
Galveston Bay is an important asset for us all, both in industry and for the public in general. And for all of it to be a success in any endeavor, I believe that the industrial partnership with the community is an absolute must for the objectives of the foundation and for us all to be achieved.
Galveston Bay Foundation is made up of a group of dedicated advocates with a diverse range of interests, brought together by a common goal of protecting the Galveston Bay system. Its strength is that it draws from all bay users, including recreational users, commercial users, and industrial users. Together, members of the Galveston Bay Foundation cooperate to encourage and actively seek solutions to challenges that face the wide variety of users and the many beneficiaries of the Galveston Bay. Efforts of the Foundation concentrate on 4 key elements: conservation, advocacy, education, and research. The Galveston Bay Foundation has developed projects aimed at preserving and enhancing the natural resources of the Bay system by maintaining an inventory of restoration strategies and resources to rebuild what was once lost.
But one of the reasons I got involved in Galveston Bay Foundation is to try to restore the habitat that I remember being here when I was a kid. My kids didn't experience the same Galveston Bay that I did when I was growing up. And I think the foundation are people that are like-minded that would like to see the bay restored to its original status.
Where the bay has been impacted, either by natural forces or the increased populations in the Bay Area, restoration projects are implemented to return the environment to its previous state. Subsidence due to the removal of groundwater caused vast amounts of coastal wetlands to sink up through the 1970s. As part of its conservation activities, Galveston Bay Foundation serves as the caretaker for approximately 3,000 acres of property with significant habitat or educational value. These areas of conserved acreage allows the demonstration of restoration and management techniques for use across the Bay system. Marsh Mania, Galveston Bay Foundation's signature community-based restoration event, has involved over 5,000 volunteers over the last 10 years to restore more than 115 acres of marsh at 48 different sites around Galveston Bay. Another restoration effort addresses erosion of existing coastline by installing barriers that reduce the impact of waves against the shore and provide new habitat for wildlife. Throughout its 20-plus years of service to the Galveston Bay area, the Foundation has earned numerous awards and prestigious honors. It received a 5-star award from the Environmental Protection Agency for its community-based restoration efforts in 1999 and was recently awarded an EPA Gulf Guardian Award and a Department of Interior Cooperative Conservation Award for the East Bay Wetland and Water Quality Protection Project. Additionally, the Galveston Bay Foundation has successfully supported passage of state and federal legislation on behalf of the Bay, including the Texas Oil Spill Prevention and Response Act, the Texas Estuaries Act, the Texas Coastal Management Program, and the Federal Clean Waters and Estuary Restoration Act of 2000. Galveston Bay Foundation provides resources and guidance for education projects aimed at developing an active constituency for the Bay, from school children to public officials. Get Hip to Habitat is a program of the Galveston Bay Foundation and a shining example that brings education and marsh restoration initiatives together in one program. The foundation works with students and teachers to establish salt marsh nurseries on their school campus grounds and ultimately transplant that marsh grass to a permanent restoration area.
I think the most important thing that the kids brought away from this project is that I think that it's going to make these students become ambassadors to the Galveston Bay and tell their parents and their friends that, we need to take care of what's around us.
Within the community, Galveston Bay Foundation has presented its vision to audiences thousands of times, reaching nearly 100,000 participants. thousands more have been educated about Galveston Bay through the Foundation's annual Bay Day Festival and celebration at the Kemah Boardwalk. The event highlights over 40 Bay-related exhibits from nonprofit organizations, governmental entities, and corporate sponsors in a fun, entertaining atmosphere. While Bay Day brings the Bay to people, the Bike Around the Bay is a 150-mile ride that takes the people to the Bay. Over 2 days, the riders get to see firsthand some of the well-known beauty, as well as lesser-known attractions that surround the Bay. The mission of the Galveston Bay Foundation remains to preserve, protect, and enhance the natural resources of the Galveston Bay system, and from the beginning, it has continuously served Galveston, Harris, Chambers, and Brazoria counties, and residents throughout the Texas Gulf Coast. Galveston Bay Foundation is made of sport and commercial fishing groups, government agencies, recreational users, environmental groups, shipping, development, and business. A broad cross-section of Bay users, all working together to identify problems and seek solutions to issues facing Galveston Bay for the benefit of today's users and future generations still to come.